Today, we are getting under the skin of, well, your skin. It's that organ you see every single day. But trust me, it's a complex, living shield that's doing way more for you than you probably imagine. So let's peel back the layers. Let's just start with a wild number. 8%. That's how much of your total body mass is just your skin. To put that in perspective, if you weigh 150 pounds, that's a full 12 pounds of you. It's not just a wrapper, it's a huge part of what makes you, you.
And yeah, that 8% makes it by a long shot the largest organ you have. But it's not just about being big. This thing is a multitasking powerhouse juggling a whole range of jobs that are absolutely critical to keeping you alive and well.
So for this first section, let's just do a quick flyover. What on earth is this massive organ actually doing for us, second by second?
I mean, just think about its job description. It's your personal bodyguard, fending off everything from UV rays to nasty microbes. It's a mini factory, kicking off vitamin D production with just a little sunlight. It's your body's own thermostat, and it's this huge sensory computer constantly feeding you information about the world. It's incredible. So how in the world does it do all of that? Well, let's start at the very top, with the epidermis. Think of this as the guardian, the frontline shield that protects absolutely everything underneath it.
The main player here is a cell called the keratinocyte, and it goes on this amazing journey. Over about 35 days, it's born way down deep in the bottom layer. Then, it starts migrating up, linking arms with its neighbors to form a strong, cohesive unit. As it rises, it starts pumping out waterproofing lipids, gets rid of its nucleus, and eventually becomes part of that tough, dead outer barrier, the part of your skin you can actually reach out and touch right now.
But hold on, because the epidermis is no one-cell show. While the keratinocytes are definitely the stars, they share the stage with a whole cast of other fascinating and vital characters.
First up, we've got melanocytes. You can think of these as tiny little pigment factories, constantly churning out melanin. That's the stuff that gives our skin, our hair, and our eyes their unique color. But it's not just for show. Melanin is literally our body's built-in sunscreen, absorbing those damaging UV rays.
And here's something that's really important to understand, because it clears up a huge misconception. Different skin colors are not because some people have more of these cells. We all have roughly the same number of melanocytes. The real difference is in their activity, how much melanin they're actually making.
Okay, next, let's meet the security guards of the epidermis, the Langerhans cells. These guys are immune sentinels, and they are always on patrol, looking for invaders like bacteria or viruses. If they spot a threat, they're the ones who sound the alarm to the rest of your immune system.
And finally, we have the Merkel cells. These are what literally connect you to the world around you. They're super sensitive pressure sensors, and they're the reason you can feel things like the texture of your clothes or the difference between silk and sandpaper. They're essential for our sense of touch.
All right, let's dive one layer deeper into the dermis. Now, if the epidermis is the shield, then the dermis is the bustling command and control center right underneath it all.
The dermis itself has two parts. You've got this upper layer with these cool wave-like ridges that lock into the epidermis above it, kind of like puzzle pieces. Then, below that, you have the thicker reticular layer. This part is like a dense, woven mat of collagen that gives your skin all of its strength and bounce.
And this layer is packed with stuff. You've got fibroblasts. These are the construction workers building that collagen and elastin framework. You've got mast cells, which are kind of like tiny fire alarms for your immune system. And of course, this is where you find that whole network of blood vessels, nerves, and the roots of your hair follicles and glands.
And speaking of glands, let's clear something up about sweat. You have two main types. Eccrine glands are all over, and they release that watery sweat that cools you down. Then you have apocrine glands, mostly in your armpits and groin area. Now, the fluid they release actually doesn't smell at all. The body odor we associate with sweat, that happens when bacteria on your skin start to break that fluid down. So hey, blame the bacteria, not the gland.
Okay, beneath all of that, we finally reach our last layer, the hypodermis. This is the foundation, the body's personal shock absorber, and its main energy savings account.
You might also hear it called subcutaneous tissue, and like the name suggests, it sits just below the dermis, acting as the anchor that connects your skin to the muscles and bones deeper inside.
Its main ingredient is adipose tissue. Yep, that's fat. This layer is so much more than just padding, though. It provides insulation to keep you warm, and it's a massive energy reserve for your body. And, as you've probably guessed, its thickness can vary a whole lot from one person to the next. Now, knowing all this stuff about the layers isn't just for a biology test. It's actually super important because when any of these very precise, very intricate systems go off the rails, the consequences can be significant.
Take psoriasis, for example. Remember that orderly 35-day journey of the keratinocyte we talked about? Well, in psoriasis, that whole process goes into complete overdrive, happening in just a few days. This insane overproduction makes the cells pile up way too fast, and that's what creates those thickened, scaly patches.
Or look at vitiligo. This is an autoimmune disease, which means the body's own immune system makes a mistake. It thinks the melanocytes, those pigment factories, are foreign invaders, so it attacks and destroys them. And that, of course, results in the loss of skin color and patches.
And it's a very similar story with alopecia areata. In this case, the immune system gets confused and starts targeting the hair follicles, those structures rooted deep down in the dermis. When those follicles are destroyed, it results in hair loss.
You know, when you put it all together, you realize our skin is so much more than just biology. It's a biography. It carries the scars from our childhood accidents, the lines from decades of laughter, and the unique pigment from our ancestors. It's a living, breathing record of our entire journey through life. So, I guess the question I want to leave you with is this. What story does your skin tell?